Bedhead! Alright, so since I was so inspired by your new recent book haul, I decided, book haul, that's your thing, and it's a really cool thing. I think I'm going to keep doing my thing. If you thought that out of all the books over here, that only the ones I showed you were subpar, then you are wrong. However, fortunately enough, I have amassed a wide collection of subpar titles, which I have right here with me, and would be delighted to finally get some use out of them. Book number one. This is actually a book that I've brought up before. Cirque du Freak, subtitle, A Living Nightmare. Now, the content of this book is, silly enough. It's a series of young adult fiction centered around vampires, and one of the main characters becomes a half vampire because he's a silly person vampire. And after this, he can't live a normal life because, what are you gonna be? What are you gonna do all hunting humans while you just run around? You can't do that, man. Ooh, look, there's an old bookmark. That's where that 4 of clubs went. But more importantly than the title of this book, I want you to take a look at this cover right here. Alright, so this is a badly photoshopped stock image of a boy. Alright, fair game. With a badly stock photoed image of a house that's kind of not even creepy. It just looks like a house. You can see that. And it's all, above the fire. And this is my favorite part. Just they're like, this is not scary enough. You gotta put a spider on there. Look at that spider. Scariest spider you ever saw. There's no spider in this book. Now the second one is probably, interestingly enough, it's not bad, but under the circumstances, it's not the most stellar book in the world. See, one year before Christmas or my birthday or whatever, I briefly mentioned, oh, I don't think I'm an atheist anymore. I'm just kind of like looking for, just random stuff, trying to figure out my spirituality. And she's like, oh, great. And so she goes and gets me this, The Evolution of God. Not so bad until you look at this. This thing is gigantic. I mean, like, you could knock someone out with this. This is a really, really big book that I didn't need. I was just getting started. I needed, religion for complete idiots. I don't need the Bible. Is this as big as this is as big as the Bible? Definitely. Maybe big. Maybe bigger. This wasn't the last time it happened either. One day I mentioned, oh hey, Mark Twain's pretty cool. I quoted a couple Mark Twain quotes, and I was like, oh great. Guess what I get? Oh, wrong book. Boom! Massive autobiography of Mark Twain. I don't need to know that much about the guy. Like, you need to be a scholar to attain that level of reading that big a book. Something that you really, really care about. For example, this book, The Beatles, by Bob Spitz. I could talk about the Beatles all day. I could read about the Beatles all day. I could probably listen to the Beatles all day too, for that matter. I would love to read. I've been reading this book. It's excellent. I mean, I'm happy that they're paying attention to me, I guess. But this is a level beyond. Another fine book is the Worst Case Scenario Survival Handbook, Dating and Sex. Now, I actually owned the original Worst Case Scenario Survival Handbook, just with actual survival stuff, like, what to do if you encounter a lion, and what to do if you need to jump off a plane. That was really cool. I really liked that. And I thought maybe, I don't know, maybe this is like just a fun little handbook, just like it could be fun. I had high hopes for this book, and so let's check out how good these scenarios. Oh, how to determine if your date is an axe murderer, with helpful axe murderer illustrations, such as a man kicking a cat. I know I'm in good hands with this book. That was the first entry. The third entry, how to determine the gender of your dates. Where are you finding these people? This is the last one. I thought I was going to do a little bit of a shorter video this time, but I particularly like this one. It's the Entertainment Weekly Seinfeld Companion, which is they have to really, emphasize this book has not been prepared, approved, or licensed by any entity that created or produced Seinfeld, and it's pretty obvious. It's just a really lame book that you don't even need if you've ever really just seen the show. It just kind of tells you what's been happening in the show, and this 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 is kind of funny. It's dedicated to meh. Well, I dedicate meh to you, and here's why. Now, it could be fun for some Seinfeld fans to read or whatever, but this only goes up to season 4. Season 4. This show had 9 seasons, and the first season was only like 5 episodes or something. So that's like far less than even half of the show. Why would you need this? Why would you do this? To me. I bought this book. I wanted to be the Seinfeld companion. But now I'm just some wacko who's lost how much should I pay for this book? Oh god, I hope I didn't pay over $10. Well, that's the end of this anti-book haul. Stay classy, Kalima.